The show is so dumb.
It's time for the interrogation to begin. Given that clip, I will start with the V's, specifically with you, Christian.
I'm ready, yeah.
So, Vox had a pretty big presence in season 1. It grows exponentially in season 2. When Viv first told you the season 2 storyline, what was your reaction? How did his growing presence make you feel?
Like I had to warm up my voice. I want to answer this question with words, but sometimes emotion gets too much, and so you have to do it in song.
I thought you were going to say
Riveted.
I swear to God.
I was riveted.
Bring me my hats! I was obviously thrilled to get to plumb the depths of Vox's hubris, and it's impossible to talk about it without spoiling things, but the three of us having this dynamic as it develops over the season, it's a lot of screaming, a lot of happy swearing, and I just can't wait to unleash it on you. That came out pretty.
You're all getting some questions where you're going to have to dance around spoilers, and I'll apologize in advance. Christian, I'm going to stick with you and give you one of my favorites, because whenever I see a character with peak confidence, I always love to ask this particular question. At the start of season 2, what is Vox's greatest strength? The thing that will help him pull off his overall mission, but then also, what is his greatest weakness? The thing that could do his plan in?
His access to media and his ability to manipulate the masses. Does that sound familiar at all? And his biggest weakness is the fact that he's just a hurt little boy.
Well done. All right, Joelle, Lily, my next two V's here. I'm going to give you a big two-part question as well, as it pertains to how Velvet and Val feel about Vox. At the very beginning of the season, what does your character think they need from Vox? But then can you also tell me something about Vox that pisses them off? Go ahead.
I think Valentino needs from Vox. This feels like when you're writing something, they're like, what are the wants and needs of your character? Okay, but what he wants from Vox. I don't know what I can say. It's hard.
That's hard.
It's really hard. He wants power. He wants to, and we wield it. We're all wielding it together. And what? And sorry, I spontaneously combust.
I think Velvet wants boys to stay on track,
On track.
Focus. We have a common goal. Mission. To accomplish together as a team. So that we can achieve that goal. Of behaviors.
Yeah. That was pretty obvious.
Next question.
I love you all so much. Viv, it's your turn now to talk about the V's, because I was curious. How long have you known that season 2 would have to be a V's heavy season, and what is it about them that helped you explore the particular themes and ideas you wanted to this time around?
Oh gosh, it's a challenging question because the real answer involves revealing something about season 3, which I cannot do. But I will not say the technical real answer, but I'll say I think my want, like season 1, the biggest regret I have, and it's more, again, it's not like I could have done it without more episodes or more time, but I really do wish we'd had more time with Adam as the villain. That was like one of my, And it isn't the last time you've seen him, but like, you know, you'll have to wait and see in the show. But because you don't know what that means. Flashbacks exist. Other things exist. Anyway.
Babe, stop talking.
Shut up. We're close enough. But I think like my biggest regret is I think that the fun of a villain is getting a presence of him. And to be fair, like I think we tried really hard to give Adam that presence in season 1. But my want was I was like, I want a season where we get like a full like amount of time with the villains of the season. And so season 2 was kind of that. Like I was like, I think that should be the focus in terms of the involvement of the bees. And it was also important to include them in season 1. Like I think some people were like, yeah, these guys are cool, but like, what? They're just, you know, because they're so, their roles are so specific in season 1. So getting that establishment and being able to like flesh it out in season 2 was like the goal.
So hard not to jump to a specific clip based on some of what just happened, but you know, we'll do it eventually. Alex, you're probably getting one of my safer questions because it's a voice acting question. So we're getting Sir Pentious this season in a different place, and he's kind of different because he's been redeemed. Can you tell me a little bit about certain voice acting techniques that you were able to lean on to make him still feel like the same character, but also like he has evolved?
What a great question. By the way, how great is parody? We say it to your face, but it's good to say it behind your back too.
You're all too kind to me.
Yeah, no, but it's true. It's a great question. What I'm excited about is, spoiler alert, for season 1, is that Sir Pentious goes to heaven. So if you haven't seen it, you've had a long time. So what I think is great is that he did the thing that once was thought to be impossible, and that's an incredible feat. And then I think the idea of what happens next is what happens when you get to a place where you're the new kid at school. And not all new kids at school are welcome, and not all new kids at school are, you know, treated the same, and also, you know, you've left a family behind. And so it's like there's ultimately loneliness that I think would have to set in. And as far as the voice acting goes, I think without spoiling anything, it's not really a spoiler really, it's just that it's a stressful season for Sir Pentious in a lot of different ways. And so I leaned a lot on the more thinner, more vulnerable sides of his voice in this season. That's all I can say, because I'll just start saying everything. Who wants to hear all the spoilers? Come on.
No, they do.
Shut
so,
up.
I have to go from Sir Pentious to Cherry Bomb here. Big question about where she's at in the new season, because like when someone realizes that someone else has sacrificed himself for you, it's got to completely change how you think about the world and how you carry yourself. So how does Cherry Bomb evolve given what Sir Pentious did for her?
Yeah, I think a lot of that will be revealed, right, as we go into the season. But I also think that we know that she, as anybody would, has to think about a lot of things when someone literally sacrifices themselves for you right in front of you, and also kisses you and you think it's hot as well. But I think we're going to be able to see her in the hotel a little bit more, see how she's feeling about what's happening, and also like maybe Sir Pentious is on her mind a little more than she realized, whatever that means. We'll have to see. But again, how could he not be? He like made this grandiose gesture, but I think it's going to be cool to watch her sort of grapple with facing her feelings a little bit. We see her in season 1. She's super deflective, she's a party girl, all that stuff, which is not going away, of course. But then what happens when you look past that and when something really impacts you? And I think we get to see some new colors for her, which is really exciting for me as a voice actor, and I'm very excited for all of you to see.
Very much here for it. Amir. Yeah. Amir, get ready.
Yes, hi.
Get ready. I always get so nervous. I hate putting you on the spot, but I have to. I'm going to give you a somewhat similar question that I gave to Christian, because Alistair's kind of similar, where he's the type of character who always feels like, you know, like he's got a plan and he's got maximum confidence. So it always makes me wonder about this particular question. At the top of season 2, which character do you think Alistair trusts the most, and which character does he fear the most? I love this crowd as well as all of you.
I don't think it's a big surprise to say. I think he trusts Charlie the most. I think she's proven her intentions to be sort of unimpeachable. And so what's interesting is that when Alistair, when you can really trust someone, that allows you to make decisions that you might not make if you didn't trust someone. I'll just say that. And who does he fear the most? You know, I think it's a good thing for him that Adam's gone, because I don't know that he feared anyone up until that point. You could see the bravado and hubris that he came at Adam with belied utter confidence, and then him having that gaping chest wound, right? I think is proof that he's not quite as invincible as he thought he was. And so I think he probably fears whoever it is that can inflict that kind of damage on him in the future.
Well done. Good tease.
These answers feel like we're in a deposition. Like we can't all the way answer. We're like, I did not want to talk about a thing I couldn't talk about, but now I am, and everyone in the audience goes, ooh. Like you just heard something.
I know, this is so cryptic, I love it.
Whatever I gotta do to get the people what they want to know.
Because we've all got laser pointers,
Yes.
sights on our foreheads. You say the wrong thing.
Here's something I think you all want to know a little more about. The connection between Husk and Angel Dust.
What about it?
Can you tell me a little bit about how their connection may evolve in season 2 and what they still stand to gain from one another?
Oh, geez. I mean, I guess we can first focus on what they've gained from each other in the first season, which is a budding, loving friendship, you know? I think that a huge journey for Angel in season 1 was the process of trusting other people, because he could only really trust himself, and even then only like 50% of the time, you know? And suddenly Charlie comes along and is believing in him, and he's like, whatever, touch, like I just need a place to stay. And then suddenly when he's at a really low point, Husk comes along and gives him some tough love, but love in a way that like really cuts him to his core. And I think that particular moment, Loser Baby, was like the moment where he felt, shout out Keith David, where he felt like, okay, now maybe because this person trusts me and that I can trust this person, I can open up to everyone else. So how does that relate to their relationship in season 2? I can't not talk about a thing that I can't not talk about, and a thing that, you know, I mean, like, really, I'm not gonna,
And Angel will appear in season 2.
They will be there. You will see them. You will hear them. And we will have a new drink. I can maybe tease that. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. I'll let you guys. Or maybe am I thinking wrong? Oh, maybe. Hey guys, just delete that part. Just whoever. Yeah.
Blake, stop talking.
Like I never thought.
Huh? I might be thinking wrong. Regardless, yeah, you're gonna get.
You're so sweet that you went, oh yeah.
I'm really excited for it. You're gonna be very pleased.
Cheers! Kamiko, you're next up on the list here.
Oh boy.
I know I'm allowed to talk about this because I've been talking about it for months now. Nifty gets a song this season. That's some next level enthusiasm. We don't want to spoil what the song is, but can you maybe tell us a little bit about finding out the character would get a solo song and maybe some challenges you encountered singing it, because I will just tease that it's not easy.
Yeah. Of course I was thrilled because, I'm amongst like awesome people who get to, express their talents, and it was really just nice to be, I don't know, I love singing, Oh my God, I'm so bashful right now. It was nice. But when I received the song, normally, I'm not gonna lie, when I receive songs for like voiceover sessions, I usually, it takes me 10 minutes, maybe less than that, to learn it. This one, I listened to it and I was like, oh fuck. I had to every single day allot 20, 30 minutes to practice it for 5 days leading up to it, because it's so wordy. It's 200 beats per minute. You cannot breathe. It's insane. It's psychotic. I don't, do I? No, I can't.
Stop talking. Kimiko, shut up.
It's my favorite part of
just
the
shut
song.
up.
We were all looking at her like, what is she doing? What is she doing?
Yeah, it's don't do it anymore. It's a fun one though. Yeah, it was a challenge. That one was a challenge to the songwriters and to you, and you guys all pulled it off. It was amazing.
It's lightning speed.
Before we show off our next clip, I'll give you a broader question about the music in season 2. Can you tell us a little bit about some music goals you and the team had this time around? Maybe things that you didn't get to do in season 1, or specific ways you wanted to up your game with that stuff in season 2?
Yeah, I think all of us, collectively, me and Sam and Andrew, who are our songwriters, we all wanted to kind of raise the bar, because we're really testing the waters in season 1, and I think the season 1 soundtrack's phenomenal. Obviously, I'm always a couple seasons ahead, so I have a whole nother season in my head right now, and I'm listening to I listen to again, not to say where we're at, but I listen to either the demos or the final version, whatever we have. So you guys have amazing music to come. But in season 2, same thing. I've lived with this music for so long. Obviously, we visualize it, we turn it into an amazing sequence. And so I think I'm just really we wanted this season to have I think we've mentioned in a couple interviews more spotlight on different characters who didn't get a spotlight before. So that was kind of going in. We have a limited amount of songs per season. And so I was okay, and then you have to, again, kind of do the math, because it's okay, I want these characters to have a song, but they have to be in this purpose, and so they can only live in this episode, and then so we have a lot of puzzle piecing to do when it comes to getting a character a song, but also making sure it's purposeful, and also making sure that these certain moments have musical numbers to accompany them, things like that. So I think this season, we had a really clear vision for what all that was going to be in the writing room, and so we kind of but there was also I was well, Nifty needs a song, and so we made it happen. We manifested it in the writing room to work everything in.
So let's maybe cue up another clip. Y'all want to hear a song?
Someone who didn't get to say.
I try not to overhype clips before I tee them up. This one's exceptional. Let's roll a clip from Hazbin Hotel Season 2.